What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another legendary gear acquisition video. You know, I feel like a collector at this point, right? You know, you go to someone who has a fine collection of artwork or of some rare and expensive pieces of history that are, I don't even know where I'm going, but pretty much you guys know what I mean. I keep accumulating all these legendary gears, and they're pretty much just here on display. As you guys see, all the blacked out worlds are just my legendary gear mantles, and I'm very proud of them, even though a lot of them suck, including one that I just recorded a couple videos on, which is the Harley Quinn legendary gear. But I digress. I'm here to collect another one of my legendary gear, and this one is going to be for Aquaman. And before that, I'm going to open the door for Princess because she wants to get out of the room. Alright, I'm back. So like I was saying before, I rudely interrupted Princess, okay? She's the queen of the house. She gets to sleep whenever she wants. So I had to go open the door for her because I was interrupting her. Alright, so Aquaman. Funny enough, I have not even recorded a single video yet with, hold on, let me choose it. I'm like, I pressed A to choose it, I didn't choose. Funny enough, I have not recorded a single video yet with the Green Lantern legendary gear. I did record 2 videos with Harley Quinn legendary gear, which you guys will probably see the first one after I upload this legendary gear acquisition. And not only that, but of course Black Canary is up next, and she is very close to being completed because I was like doing these at the same time. I've been doing it for about 2 weeks now, and they're not very hard. So definitely expect a lot of legendary gear videos moving forward, because once the Dragon Ball FighterZ beta is over, I'm definitely going to be recording with, more with Harley because I just really like playing with her. Definitely going to be recording a ton with Green Lantern because it's pretty much like a brand new character, or the Injustice 1 character. And then by that time, I'll have Black Canary and, of course, Aquaman that I'm getting today. So here we go. Wait. What is this? Why are we on this Gorilla City map? Hasn't every single one... Oh.
You won't threaten Atlantis.
Gotta listen to the intros.
I would rather die than surrender. Then you choose to die here.
Hasn't every single one of my legendary gear acquisitions been in Atlantis? Yes or no? Yes. The answer to that is yes. And why, when we get the king of Atlantis, do we have to get the legendary gear outside of Atlantis? Please, someone explain that to me. Why couldn't the king of Atlantis claim his prize, his legendary gear, in Atlantis? Why? Why does he have to be the only one that doesn't get to play on Atlantis? I guess they didn't want to have him have home court advantage because we are fighting his rival here in Black Manta. They wanted to give him a little bit of a chance, I guess. So, alright, it's time to get your ass kicked, Black Manta. I know you got some problems, man. I know you got some serious issues, but it's alright. I got Trident Rush. I got From the Deep. Ah, don't even try. Oh, I thought I was gonna get him there. Urgh! Feel the wrath of my trident. Jump 3. Oh, he actually blocked it. Forgot this is a computer. I can't do ambiguous setups versus computers. That's all I need right there. All I need is Trident Rushes. Okay, I have 2 bars of meter. Let me get one more, and then I'll show you guys the only giant combo that I know with him. Oh yeah, you think you could fly? Let me get them toes. Let me get them toes. Keep trying to fly. Come on, I dare you. Keep trying. Oh shit. Ugh. I thought I was gonna get there in time. Ooh, that didn't reach. All right, let me see something here. Stop. I need to get a jump in going. I think I should jump in with jump 1, right? Maybe jump 2 from why isn't that connecting? Out of the range completely? Alright, let me get this jump in real quick. Alright, deep jump 3. Oh, yes! Didn't do a lot of damage, I guess, because his stats are better than mine. But that is the big combo that I know with Aquaman, ladies and gentlemen. It's probably the best combo that I know with him. Alright, but that's fine. We got this in the bag. Oh, that used to launch. Do you guys remember that broken Aquaman? Do you guys remember how broken he was? That used to launch for... That used to launch... I forgot. I gotta jump in with jump 3 or... Oh, hold on. I know what to end this with. How was it? Oh, yes! The water shield, meter burn. I learned that move from one of the requirements to get this legendary gear. But do you guys remember how broken Aquaman was when he was able to launch your opponent from any move with From the Deep? Launch them for 450 damage with 45% if we're counting, 100% life bars, but 450 damage on some characters like Atrocitus, Darkseid, who take more damage, 500 plus for a simple conversion into From the Deep with 1 bar of meter. That was ridiculous. That was when like Aquaman was literally the most hated character in the game and my most hated character to play against. Like now I don't have a problem playing with Aquaman or versus Aquaman too much. And there is the beautiful legendary gear. I think I know what it does already. It has something to do with opponent taking damage when your Water of Life special ability is activated, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, just like every other legendary gear acquisition, and we're also going to showcase it. Ah, look at that. I cleared out some of my inventory. A lot of you guys were saying, man, do you really have 100 pieces of epic gear for every single character? And that's just because I was so lazy. I didn't want to delete or go through every single character and delete their gear, but I deleted all the gear that I didn't need anymore. But here we go. The legendary, ooh, hell yeah. That looks really, really cool. That's definitely the best looking Trident out of them all. Even more so than the Justice League kind of looks, kind of sucks. But this one, man, this is a Trident fit for a king, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm talking about. That is definitely the best one out of all the Tridents that he has. Alright, so Trident Mastery increases Trident damage by 25% when under 10% health. So 25% increase is pretty much what his Trident rushes used to do before. And he'll probably get like the pre-patch damage. So you'll be able to convert, combos into 450 damage, or you'll be able to do back 1-2 into, or wait, is it back 1-2? Yeah, back 1-2. Back 1-2-3 is the other. Okay, yeah. So you'll be able to convert like down 1 into meter burn Trident rush for about 320 damage, like he used to do before. So that's pretty good right there. But it is under 10% health, so I guess it's fair. Attacks utilizing Aquaman sea creatures inflict 15% increased damage. That's actually really good because when they did nerf Aquaman, they made his tentacle strike, which everyone just calls From the Deep. So just in case you guys are confused, it's the tentacle strike. I'm just gonna call it From the Deep just because I'm used to it already. His From the Deep, the squid comes out from underneath the ground, one of the sea creatures, and since they did nerf his launcher, that by itself, when you meter burn it, does a ton of damage. So it's going to be increased by 15%. It's going to be really good. It's going to do probably well over 300 damage. Normally it does, let's just say I do back 1-2-3 into meter burn From the Deep, that does 290 or like 280. So with the 15% increase, it should do well over 300. So that's a good one right there. And the final one here is Salt Water of Life, Netherrealm. I like the naming of that because those aren't sea, that water is not from the sea, it's from the tears that your opponent's about to cry with the damage taken when you activate the Water of Life ability. So when Salt Water of Life is active, Aquaman will deal damage to the opponent if they touch his salty skin. with any type of attack. So they take damage when they are hitting you either on block or on hits. So let's check out how much damage that's gonna deal. Aquaman will deal damage to the opponent if they touch. Okay, so yeah, it is on block and on hit. I wonder if it, depends on how much life you inflict on Aquaman. Does that really matter of how much life your opponent's gonna take? We're gonna have to wait and see, but here we go. Ooh, multiverse. I'm so used to going there because my AI literally grinds 24/7 whenever I'm up. So let's go check out this legendary gear. Let's have good old Soups, our old test dummy, just because he's always chosen first, so let's just choose him. Now we're gonna have to put it to the test on how much damage the opponent's gonna take. But first, we have to do the tentacle strike one. So I have, let's first start off with loadout number 2, which actually is not really going to, I should have probably copied the same loadout with legendary gear and without it, because of course stats, like gear stats, are involved here. But this does a 15% more damage, so something like this will do 252. But you have to keep in mind, I don't know how much stats I have on this specific Aquaman. Well, not really that much offense. Superman doesn't have like that much defense, but it's not doing like all that much. Normally, like in ranked, in competitive mode, that does 280 damage. So this specific string right here, boom, meter burn it, 280 damage. But with gear stats, it gets all over the place. So as you guys see, it does even less damage than it would in competitive play, even with the 15% increase because of gear stats. Gotta love them. So what else do we have? We have the 10% when the opponent is under 10%. We get him at 5%. All his trident attacks are going to do more damage. So we'll do this right here. That does 212 damage when under 10%. And when you have normal health, this is going to do... Oh, can't activate the shield because you take less damage. Okay, so it does 116. It activated at the end, but that doesn't really like matter too much. So 170 normally, and then when you're under 10%, each attack gets increased by I think 25% damage, and it did 212, somewhere around there. So it's a nice little increase, when you're going for something like this. Of course, that extra damage is going to help out. It's always good to have extra damage. And now let's test out the final thing, which is the salt water of life. Alright, so Aquaman recovers from hit reactions quicker and allows him to slip out of combos. Okay, everything is about the same except for the damage dealt to the opponent. So, let's go with Superman doing this combo. And he took like 8%. So it's pretty much the same, right? I'm just seeing if anything changes because I think you get 2 hits before the shield actually stops the opponent from comboing. So Superman's forward 2-3 isn't really going to work because even if you activate it on the first hit, it takes 1 extra hit. So forward 2-3 is going to launch me. So now we'll just, it just works the same. So activating it like that works exactly the same as normal. So now let's just test out the damage that it's going to deal the opponents. First, let's do it on hits, and then we'll do it on block. Alright, so I'm just going to do a regular combo here with Soups. Alright, so the shield went away, and wow, that did almost no damage to Soups. Unbelievable. What happened there? What happened? Where is the damage that it's supposed to do? It does like 1%, and then it goes away. Where's the damage at? It's supposed to deal like a good amount of damage to the opponent, isn't it? This is not gonna make anyone salty. Well, I guess if you, that's like the extent of the damage right there. Oh my god, that is nothing. That is literally nothing. Especially when gear stats come into play. Wow. So when I freeze Aquaman, the water of life actually goes away. So let's not freeze him. Let's just do 1-1-1 and then that's it. 1-1-1 and then we'll do it again. So that's like the extent of the damage right there on hit. Now let's check out on block if it's gonna be the same thing. So the damage was almost non-existent. That was even less, obviously on block, but wow, that is pretty. And the thing is that Aquaman still takes the normal damage like you would if you were getting hit, you know what I mean? So as you guys see, he's taking the hit like if 4-2-3 were happening. It just doesn't look like too much life because this Aquaman has a lot of defense, I guess. But if I'm gonna do just a meter burn back 3, you guys will see it'll take a chunk like if he was actually getting hit by the meter burn back 3. That's the trade-off for the water of life. So it gets you out of combos, but if you get hit, you're still gonna take the same damage that you normally would if you would have gotten hit. You just don't get hit. And holy mother, dude. How the hell... why wouldn't they make it like more, you know what I mean? If that's supposed to be the, you know, legendary gear ability, why wouldn't they make it like, maybe not significant, but dude, this is crazy. Look at that, it did like 4 damage. Okay, look at the stats up there, okay? So he has 1200 health and he did 5 damage. For a meter burn back 3, that does the same amount of damage that it would normally do if Aquaman got hit. Wow. This might be worse than the Harley Quinn legendary gear. It might actually be. See, it takes the normal damage like if you would have gotten hit. And the saltiness is not there. This is like, I don't know, baby water. You know the when you go to the supermarket and they sell water specifically for babies? I guess it's more purified or it's just specifically for babies. Yeah, that's what Aquaman is covered in. He's not covered in the salt of the opponent. He's covered in like baby water. Oh my god, this is ridiculous, guys. The legendary gear, for some reason, kept getting worse and worse. From the first, like, wave, it just got worse and worse. Up until, like... Well, Gorilla Grodd has, like, a really cool, unique one. You get to see your opponent's inputs. Really, like, a lot of people are overhyping the hell out of it. It doesn't help you out. Because your opponent touches the inputs. There's no way that you're going to see the inputs on screen and you're going to be like, oh my god, I'm going to react to this, because... it happens instantly. Like the input comes out instantly when the button log comes out. So it just allows you to see your opponent's inputs. So it doesn't really like matter. It just looks cool. It's a nice idea because he's, you know, telekinetic or whatever. But dude, like this thing right here, your opponent taking damage. I was like, oh man, he's gonna take some good damage. You know, if it's gonna be like a legendary gear thing, he's gonna take some damage. And it's like minuscule damage. That's crazy, man. It is crazy. I really don't know what legendary gear is worse, this one or Harley's, because both look really sick. Like Harley's guns look amazing, they look really cool, and this Trident like really looked awesome. It looks really cool. And by the way, I completely forgot to show all the colors with it, so I'll go do that right now. But legendary gear like ability, holy hell, dude. You know what? I think the Harley Quinn legendary gear is worse because at least this one has some augments. Like, you get the 25% increase in damage when you're under 10%. You also get 15% increase on sea creature moves. So at least you get that. You know what I mean? For Harley's, it was nothing. It was just Nightshade, and you get a little tiny bit increased damage on your guns, and that's it. But this one, at least you get some. Hey, they actually, you know what? Hold up. They put a little bit more detail on this gear. Like, they made the colors stand out more than they normally did. Because I remember this was one of my complaints for Aquaman's, you know, Justice League gear, is that every color pretty much looked the same. Either it was silver or it was like a goldish color on the suit. But now you could actually tell more of the coloring and more of a difference compared to before. Is that just me? No, I know for a fact that they added a little bit more detail, especially to the sides right here. You see the green right there? That was non-existent before. I know I'm not crazy here. They definitely improved the Justice League gear set for Aquaman. Yeah, that's really cool. I didn't even know that they could do that or were willing to do that. You know, go in there and improve something on a gear that maybe didn't stand out as much as it should have. Because yeah, like immediately from this one, this was all gold. There was no extra layering of colors. There was no extra, you know, detail that shows off the secondary color, which everything, you know, normally does. As soon as I saw the first color, I'm like, whoa, hold on. They actually improved the way the Justice League gear looks, which, bravo, NetherRealm, I'm impressed, because this was definitely, his gear looks really cool, but everything was pretty much like the same color. It was either the silver looking color or like the goldish looking rusty color. So, like this, for example, this looks, you know, really nice. You know, compared to this, you know, it's still like goldish, but at least you get the secondary color in here. You know, these two are like silver looking, but you get the secondary color. Like before, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between, you know, what color is which. So that's really cool. But these are the colors here for the Trident. I like this color a lot. Nice purple shaft right there for the head. The dark one looks actually pretty nice. The pink color, see, this was not pink like this. This was like just silver before. And then of course you got the gold one, and then a little bit extra color on some of these. So that about does it, ladies and gentlemen. What we found out today is that NetherRealm went in and improved the Justice League gear a little bit for Aquaman, which I'm very happy about, because I always really liked the gear. I know some people were disappointed with it, mostly because it doesn't have like a Jason Momoa head, but I mean, if they can't do it, they can't do it. But I think the gear looks solid. Legendary gear for Aquaman. It does benefit him gameplay wise, you know, because of the augments, but the special ability like fucking sucks, man. God damn, it's horrible. Like, how could they come? I don't know, man. At least, like, okay, the concept is like pretty cool, right? Like the water is gonna damage your opponent, but at least make it like somewhat significant. Like, it's crazy. Okay, I'll give you guys another example here. Scarecrow, right? Like, this was a character who had an ability that, you know, in theory was cool, but it was hard to land because, you know, it takes a while for you to build up your trait. So it would like mess up your opponent's inputs when your opponent got hit by it, which is really good. So instead of like leaving it alone, they went in and buffed it and made it an unblockable move. So now the you know, when his trait is fully active, his Traumatize, it's actually unblockable now, and before it wasn't. It was just a regular mid attack. So I really hope that for some of these legendary gear abilities, they go in and revisit their properties, because man, like, I grind for legendary gear to provide videos for you guys, but for someone who doesn't make videos and like is genuinely really excited and happy about trying to get this for like their main character, not to say that I'm not genuinely excited or happy, because I do enjoy playing with the characters once I get the legendary gear, but if someone is like, man, I'm grinding for this, I don't have too much time, I'm gonna spend a couple weeks to months playing with these characters, or playing with this character, grinding for this legendary gear, and just so you could end up getting this or Harley's, wow, that is horrible. So there's a little rant for you guys at the end for this legendary gear. That is incredibly disappointing, even for me, that, you know, I upload videos and I pretty much have a lot of time to have my AI grind for the gear, and it doesn't take me very long to get it. So if I'm disappointed, just imagine someone who, you know, has to go to work, has to go to school, only has like maybe an hour or so to play, and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna grind for this because I love Aquaman. He's one of my favorite DC characters. I want to get its legendary gear because it looks cool, or it might look cool, and it's something special that you get, just to end up with something like that. Wow. That's all I have to say about that. And Harley, like, especially Harley, I was disappointed. Aquaman, he's okay. I like Aquaman, but Harley's my favorite female DC character, and to get what we got as Harley fans, I think every single person was probably disappointed. So that's gonna be the end of today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching the acquisition of another legendary gear. We have one more coming up before I maybe take a break for the legendary gear, because I don't have any other characters that I really want. I might finish off Atrocitus, we'll see. I do like playing Dr. Fate, so I might try to go for his legendary gear just for fun. But Black Canary is definitely up next. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. What's going on? It's Super here, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you guys subscribed if you are not already. Also, check out any of these videos linked at the top. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.